Hi everybody, we're here today to help you set up your Team Lose Hypermag low profile bait cast reel so that you can cast it in the wind without backlashing. Here's how the setup begins. It all starts with the cast control knob on the right side of the reel. What you want to do is tie the lure on that you're going to be fishing with. In this particular case, I've got a spinnerbait tied on. You want to push the thumb bar button to release the spool. Then you want to tighten that cast control knob until that lure will not fall, where it just hangs there at your rod tip. Then you want to very slowly start backing off on that knob until that bait barely starts to drop. Once that bait slowly starts to fall away from the rod tip, you have your cast control set correctly. Then you go to the left side of the reel. You want to start off with this dial set over toward the free position or the clockwise position on the right hand side of that dial. It says free. Start it over there on about 2 or 3, something like that. Make a few casts into the wind and see if it backlashes. If it does, you want to slowly increase that dial setting to a higher number. Crank it up to 4 and then 5 and then 6 if you have to. Make a few more casts in the wind and you continue that process until this reel doesn't backlash. Now, inside the housing on the left-hand side of this plate, there is actually a series of 4 little rollers that roll in a track. So the higher you have that dial set, the higher the number, the closer that track is to those rollers and the more friction there is. That helps you stop those backlashes. But for longer distance cast, you want to back it off to a lower number that pulls that little track away from the rollers, decreasing the friction and allowing you to cast longer. You can continually set that off and on throughout the day to control your backlash, whether you're fishing into or with the wind. That's how you set up properly your Team Lose Hypermag bait cast reel.